We begin tonight with a major announcement from President Leo Lambert. In an email to all members of the Elon community, Lambert says he will be stepping down as president. The University Board of Trustees is in the process of searching for Elon's next and 9th president. Lambert says he will remain in his position until a successor is named.
He's with us here in the studio, and we thank you for joining us tonight, President Lambert.
It's my pleasure, Maya. Good evening, Perry.
So the question everyone is curious about is, why are you stepping down?
Well, it's something I've been giving consideration to for a long period of time. I had signed a contract to stay at Elon through May of 2017, and as we got closer to that date, the Board of Trustees and I began to think about perhaps a more precise time, and we gave careful consideration to where the university was with regard to our strategic plan, the Elon commitment, and our current comprehensive campaign, the Elon Leads campaign. We're finishing the Elon commitment strategic plan. We're more than 90% done with it, and I think the principal reason was that I think the university will begin to construct its next strategic plan, its next 10-year plan, sometime next year. And I really felt that the person who was the visionary and the driver behind that plan, our next president, will be a principal person in that regard, should be the person that will see that plan through. And it also seemed to be a natural demarcation point in our fundraising campaign that I'm going to get this campaign through its leadership phase. We hope to have 60% of the funds raised. But it seemed also that it would be fitting for a new president to announce the campaign goal and launch the public phase of the campaign in the Schar Center in the fall of 2018. So it just felt like a natural transition point in the life of the university and in my life personally.
So in your life personally, what's next for you? I mean, once we find a new president, what do you plan to do? Well,
we are going to be staying in the community, and North Carolina is our home. We have one of our daughters lives in Greensboro and another in Winston-Salem, and that's where our grandchildren live, in Winston-Salem as well. So our family is close by. I'm going to take a year to write a book. Peter Felton and I, professor of history and assistant provost, are writing a second book together. We had one published with some additional colleagues this past May, but we're just beginning the research on that. So I'm really looking forward to having a year to devote to an intense period of writing, and that's exciting to me. And then I'm going to come back to Elon in a different capacity and hopefully to continue to serve the university and our new president in a way that will be helpful. I might do some teaching and would look forward to being involved in fundraising and alumni work or anything else that I could do that would be helpful to our new president.
Wow.
That's really exciting to look forward to. I'm curious to know, 20 years from now, when your name is still mentioned or brought up as the president, what do you hope your legacy will be?
I hope I will be remembered as somebody that stewarded Elon's most cherished values. I think that this is an incredibly special place with a very special culture that values students, that values learning, that values inclusivity and diversity of viewpoint and all kinds of diversity. And it's a place with a deep sense of community where colleagues cherish each other and students look out for one another. It's I think, a university environment unlike no other. And I think that's really the ultimate responsibility of leaders, is to cultivate the culture of an organization. You tend to think of setting forth strategic plans as something that a leader does. But culture is more important than that. Culture is what enables strategic plans to be executed and completed. And when you have a strong culture, and people believe in the same values, you can do anything. And I think that's what we have here at Elon, and I think that's the most important responsibility of a leader.
Great. Now, what's one thing that you wish you could have done and you hope the next president might achieve during your time here?
I wish our endowment were $1 billion so we had more student financial aid. We've made progress on our endowment, good progress, but it's, as I said to the board this past weekend, that's one of the objectives at Elon that we just have to be perseverant about and patient about and not take our eye off the prize. That providing student financial aid is our #1 fundraising priority for the university. We can't take our foot off that gas pedal. We need to be single-minded in our focus about why we're asking people to support the university. And endowment for student aid was our #1 priority in our last campaign. It's our #1 priority in our current campaign. And I would love for 20 years from now, and I know it will be, for our endowment to be in a significantly improved position.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I know
you.
you have a busy schedule today of all days, so we appreciate you coming on.
It's a pleasure to be with you both. Thanks for having me.